Can a robot write your book for you? Well, apparently they can. Hey, it's the Mad Jack here for creating the second half of life. And in our second half of life, we've been inundated with robots, well, artificial intelligence. I'm old school. That's kind of the world of science fiction that I lived in my youth. But AI is everywhere. And AI is very useful for a number of things. We've been told everything it can do. And one of the things you hear about all the time is it can write your book for you. And it's hard to avoid AI. It's on TV, it's on your phone, it's advertised in the news, everywhere. Everybody's got artificial intelligence. Seems like everybody got their own artificial intelligence app as well, except you and me, and maybe you've got one. But it was my first time to jump into the world, as I said a few weeks ago, of AI and see what it could do. Now, I want to be clear, I wrote a book with AI, and this is the book right here. I wrote a book about writing a book. Stop whining and start writing. It's a no bullshit guide to writing your first book over 40. And the reason I wanted to write this book, because it follows along what we talk about here, but the things I've done that I make my mistakes and my non-mistakes, the things I've done to get published, to write a book, and hoping it helps you. That's to help you. I look for people to help me all the time. I had help learning how to do this, and that's what this book is about. And I felt it's important for me to test the waters of artificial intelligence in writing. Now, I want to be clear, artificial intelligence did not write the book. It helped me edit the book, and it was very useful. It helped me edit the book. It tightened some things up, punctuation and things like that. But I want to tell you about an experiment I did with artificial intelligence. And that is, I had artificial intelligence write an entire book before I wrote this one. And it was a similar book. It was about writing a book. And what I did was I followed the advice of people online and that I watched on YouTube and things who say, just have AI write your book for you. Just go ahead, and then you can put it out and you make millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. Well, I had it write the book. I haven't got the check yet. So if it's coming, that'd be great. But I didn't publish the book. And what I did was I found AI listens very well, listens better than my kids ever did when they were younger. Does exactly what you tell it to do, with some caveats. First of all, you have to give AI prompts, and that's instructions. In the old world, we called it instructions or orders of what to do. And these prompts need to be pretty detailed. And so I would tell it, I want you to write a book, so many pages in a chapter, so many chapters in the book. I even kind of told it the tone I wanted to take, and it wrote the book. And it was interesting. AI's take on the book was different than mine, maybe because it's smarter than me. And it formed up a pretty decent book. The issues I had with it were, it's not human. And when I say that, this is an instructional book, not real long, no conversation in it. But you get the feeling it's just kind of, there's some things that are very rhythmic. It has a tendency to repeat itself, and there's nothing wrong with repeating yourself in something that you're instructing people. You'll see it in this book if you happen to get it. There's things I repeat because they're important. AI doesn't necessarily repeat it because it's important. It has a tendency to repeat itself because that's the correct idea it has in its mind, if that makes sense. I did a little research in that, and they said it's one of the drawbacks to AI is it can be repetitive. And we can too, but I hope we have a reason when we repeat it in a book. And so that was one of the areas I thought it kind of stretched itself. I think, and I haven't done this, and I don't plan on this, but I think if you had AI write a book, like behind me, Codename Eclectics, that's my book. It's a comedy. It's a political comedy about underworld stuff and, some crazy people run around the country trying to get things taken care of for the government and recover some stolen documents, and lots of conversation. A lot of characters, lots of conversation. I don't know that AI could do that and do it satisfactory. I'm very happy with the way that book turned out. So, yeah, I'm bragging. And you should. If you write a book, nothing wrong with bragging a little bit about it. I don't know if AI could do that. I think there's a problem there with it as far as being like you and I are, you and I are like, I kind of treat this as a conversation. I don't know if it can handle it. Even my other book, False Confessions, that there's conversation stuff, a lot of different mood things, some things that are happening, some pretty dramatic events. I don't know if AI could do that. Now, in fairness to AI, there may be people out there say, you crazy old coot. Sure, it can. You don't know how to give it the correct prompts. And they could be right. Uh, I've gone out and read some other books that AI has written. I'm not seeing the human emotion in those either. But then again, maybe those people don't know how to give it the correct prompts. Um, but I think it's well worth the experiment. Will I use it again? I think I will for editing. The things I did in editing were pretty helpful. I said it straightened things up in a few areas, and it caught some typos. And because the book is nonfiction, it helped me kind of get the right flow. And I thought that was good. Will it replace human editors? This is the $1,000,000 question that I've seen people talk about. And so I'm going to give you what I think, and you're going to have to decide what you think. I think it's very useful when you edit. I self-edit my books several times, and before I ever get them to an editor. And I think that's important because I don't think you want an editor to over-edit and maybe change your book because it's yours. So I did. I edited this book, and then I had AI edit, and then I edit again, and had AI edit again. I don't know if that's the correct system to use, but that's what I did. And so you would do your own way if you used AI. I think it's helpful there. But in the end, I think you need a human editor. I still do. I think you need the critical eye of someone outside your head that can take a look at it and edit the book for you. Again, is it useful? Sure. Is there a certain app you should use? I don't have any idea. There's so many apps and so many more people talking about these apps and which is the best and which one does the best for this and does the best for that. You'll have to look at that. Do I think you should use it? And again, what I'm telling you is my opinion. I think you at least, when you feel comfortable, I think you at least need to take a look at it and see what it's capable of doing and where it could help you at. If you're one of the people that want to have it write the whole book for you, then I guess that's what you want to do. I don't feel that's really creating, but then again, you have to create the prompt to make it work. So maybe I'm a goofy old coot, and maybe I'm wrong there. But I think that's something that you have to decide yourself. I do think it helped you edit. And I will say, a couple of times I kind of got stuck and I asked it for give me some ideas on this. Where should I go from here? And it came up, I asked it for 10 ideas, and it came up with some ideas. And actually one of them worked for me as far as a direction to go. It was one line that led me to finish out some chapter work I had. So I can do that too. So it's impossible for me to sit here and give you all the things it can do. I kind of wanted to point out what I thought were some of the shortcomings and some of the, what's the opposite of shortcomings? Long goings? I don't know. Some of the pluses and minuses that it has. So take a chance, look at it. There's a lot of free ones out there. I don't know how extensive they are. I have a couple paid ones, but I think it's worth looking at. So take a peek when you get a chance. Hope you enjoyed the time. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. If you get a chance, reach down, subscribe, give me a like if you get opportunity, and go back and listen to the song I've got on the channel, Horizons. Take a listen to that. That's also creating in the second half of life. That's a song I wrote in my 60s. I hope you enjoy it. Sit back. It's free. Just sit back, listen to it, see what you think. See you soon. Remember, write messy, edit clean. Later.